Well, yesterday I made a 200 plus mile 4-hour round trip to a warehouse in Ipswich to collect my tooling order from China. This is from Zhengzhou machinery, and we've got 5 boxes here, and I've endeavoured to clear a very small space up on the bench, and we'll tear these open and have a look inside, see what we think. Okay, first up, this should be what it says on the box, which is a vise, and let's have a look. Can't get a brilliant angle on this. Got the handle. Okay. Let's get a hold of this. Actually, what I'm going to do is drop the box off it. Well, first impressions, it's looking pretty good. Decent ground finish everywhere. It's the C style vise that you use with toe clamps rather than having built-in ears. But it's a pretty substantial chunk of iron. It's going to need the odd sharp corner just giving a little stone. I mean, they have beveled or chamfered most of the edges. It's the ground vice jaws that are razor sharp. You could absolutely rip yourself open on them, but let's sling the handle on it and see how it feels. Handle's a little tight, but perhaps that's good. Now I believe that this has got the same kind of sliding wedge arrangement that pulls the jaw down as a Kurt type vise. Let's just wipe a little bit of the oil off it. I've seen prettier castings, I've also seen much worse, and it's a lot heavier than the vise I'm currently using, and of course I can mount the jaws on the outside for holding bigger pieces, which is really the reason I got it. And overall, yeah, little blowhole in the casting down there, but nothing too serious. I think that's looking pretty good. So let's get that out the way, and oh, there is a little operations manual with it, which the English looks kind of English-like. Oh, it's got permissible errors in here, but no actual filling out of the results, so we might have to give it a test at some stage. Let's do box number 2, and don't know what this one is. It's a box. Another vise. I'm going to be a little bit more careful with the packaging on this one, because this vise is destined to go to somebody else. And in fact I won't even bust it out of the plastic, I'll leave that for its eventual recipient. But the ground surfaces are nicely finished. I mean, you know, grinding's really easy operation if you just kind of paying attention. Actually, I'm just trying to see if there are any cast surfaces on here, but doesn't look as if there are, but the machine surfaces all look pretty reasonable. Let's put that one back in its box. And try and find somewhere to put it out the way. This box has been in the war a little bit. Now we're into the stuff that I originally went looking for. Oh, good. Which is some big boy expanding mandrels. So this is the I'm not even sure that is this the big one of the set, probably. Yeah. So you've got the one mandrel with the 2 sleeves. I think this is the set that goes up to 3.5 inches, or maybe it was 3 3/4. And looks perfectly reasonable. I mean, the if you look at the sort of named brand stuff, it's the only thing I generally haven't seen any prices. It's price on application, and as I recall, the price on this, at factory gate price, was $210 US. And even though the port fees and other clearance fees were higher than initially anticipated, I learned a little bit about the shipping process and got some good advice from the freight company in the UK about how to do it next time to reduce the costs. It's you know, if I bought this in the UK, again Chinese made, the prices are about £400 for this item. So yeah, that's looking good. I think I'll leave that stood up at the back there, and let's move on to another box. Another mandrel, and in fact that looks to be two of the same, and again there's two sets of mandrels, one going all the way up to the biggest size and the other I think is missing just the two largest sizes, and again they're for somebody else. We just shove those out the way. And this is another precision vise, a little one. Another mandrel set. That'll be the one down from the biggie, I think. Here we get into the mixed stuff. So, what have we got in here? We've got the mandrel sets all the way down to 1/2 inch and up, I'm just going to clear these out of the way. I know what these are. These are quick change tool holders that you know, they're BXA size, and these I really just wanted to see what the quality was like. The little inspection certificate, the style of the engraving, or the marking, is appears to be the same as the ones I get from Kronos, which I've been very happy with. Now those are just the ordinary holders, but something that Kronos don't do as a separate holder was the boring bar holder, the reducing sleeve. They actually do a size up from this, but it's too tall to use with my lathe, even though it fits the tool post. So that looks okay. I forget what's in this one. Oh, I know what it is. It'll be a keyless drill chuck with an integrated R8 arbor. That feels nice and smooth. The jaws meet right down to zero. We can get a focus on that. They meet nicely. It feels nice and smooth. The finish is good. I'll look forward to trying it out and getting a run out reading on it. And oh yeah, this is a tool post. Now, for some reason, nobody in the UK stocks the wedge style tool post. They only stock the piston type. Now, I did import one for a work colleague who has his own home workshop. That's Keith, who I did have a video on visiting his workshop. And well, that's not. At the moment, that's not looking so hot. Oh, hang on, I was turning it the wrong way. Well, I'll probably end up passing that on to somebody else. I've got a genuine Dorian post for my machine, although I might end up using that on the CNC. Don't know what this packing oil is that the Chinese use, but it's got a weird smell to it. Right, we're down to the last couple. And this one's obvious what it is. It's the one shiny cardboard box. It's an extended nose. What I call a running centre, to avoid any arguments about a dead centre and a live centre. And it certainly feels nice and smooth. I'll reserve judgment till I've actually run the thing and see how it performs. And one last item, which would be very expensive to buy in the UK in this size. That's a decent sized pipe centre. Again, the bearings feel good. And overall, I think I'm pretty happy with the quality I've got for the money I've spent. The communication with the factory was pretty good. The English was good. The responses were timely, and they were very helpful. And you know, we're checking up on the whether I'd actually received the goods. The only thing that caused a slight amount of concern was they were a little slow in sending out the bill of lading, which I needed in order to get the goods released to me at this end as my property. Yeah, that was possibly just a little slow, and didn't cause any problems in the end. So I'd certainly be happy to do business with them again, and hopefully we'll see some of this tooling in use before very long. So I hope you found that interesting, and we'll see you again soon.